earlier today, since I decided I was going to take the day off.
You hear me in the background.
That trailer was the only thing that interested me, Big Dog.
Big Dog, I can't even hear him. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, they'd have to change that combine to the Challenger or something for it to be accepted.
Oh, that one that's on tracks?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that's coming to console.
Yeah, he wants to make it for console, but right now the brand is Birotor or Biorotor. And they're on. You have to completely change the name,
Yeah.
the brand for it to be. If it does, though, it'd be the highest capacity combine in the game.
What's it got the capacity set at? I didn't really...
29,000. 29,100.
I didn't really read it too much. I just kind of looked at it. I was like, didn't they say something about that here not too long ago? I thought somebody was talking about that.
Hey, Charles, that game that I sent a screenshot of to your group?
Yeah?
It's coming out June 1st.
What's that?
Necromunda Hired Gun. First person shooter. Looks like a dog like yours with a bulletproof vest on and carrying ammo and stuff like that.
I think I'm gonna get off, guys, and go to bed. I'll watch the rest of my show.
Yeah, have a good one.
Yep.
Yep. See you later.
See you later.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
thought he said
tired,
it.
guys. Sorry. How about you come and backpack Clue all day, or come and weed whack all day?
I'll do it. Ouch. Oh, crick in my neck.
We had a guy quit because he was like, you know, straight 10 hours.
Yeah, I used to do it from 3:30 in the morning until 10:30 at night. 7 days a week. It
Yep.
is now, yeah.
It used to be that,
Lizard Underbelly.
no, it used to be the Lizard.
No.
Yep.
Mhm.
And then the Demco was 100,000,
Right.
but it had a couple different settings where you could do perfectionist and legal load too.
Somebody on PC wanted to put load their game up, and they had a level of 580. Charles,
On what?
Outriders.
Wow.
They were expecting to see level 30, and their level was 580. And is this a glitch, or they didn't know what it was?
Hmm.
Huh. Weird. What the hell? Taxi Driver the Simulation. It's a new game. I was just checking out the new stuff, see if anything cool came out. Yeah. CLEP's doing a first look at
Yeah, that's unlocking
console
right now.
of,
FS did one. FS
yeah,
did one
how the hell
too.
they get these versions? FS
Yeah.
is doing American. He's doing Lancey Boy's new map tonight, I think he said.
Yeah, FS did like a 2-hour live stream.
Yeah, he
Oh,
did
Gold
one. He did one last night, and he did one. What was yesterday? Was Wednesday. He did one Tuesday afternoon too.
Hmm.
From what I saw, I mean, it kind of looks just like the what you call it, PC version.
PC. Yeah. Oh yeah, it is.
He was commenting about how he was surprised how the graphics held up on console.
Yeah. CLP said he's had an issue like rendering even on his PS5.
Hmm.
He said like it would pause almost on him on his PS5.
Was FSC was playing on Xbox.
Yeah. And he didn't seem to have an issue that way, but now like he said, FS said like an early release, it could be some changes done before it's actually
Yeah.
released too. Depends on when they got the release on it.
Kind of weird to see people get early release copies of a console game, though.
Yeah.
I guess it's pretty cheap. It's only going to be like
$24 or something.
I mean, I was seeing. Well, maybe is that in Canada because it was saying like $19.99.
That's what they've been saying. That's what FS said was $24.99.
And maybe he's including tax.
It might be more for me in Canada. I don't know. Small game file too. It's only 9 gigs.
Well, yeah, because online, I found it on an online store and it said 19. So I'm figuring when he said 24, 25, he was including tax. But
Maybe.
yeah, well, then there was like a collector's edition or something. There was three. Well, there was three things. There was a normal game. There was a collector's edition that said it was $29, and then there was an add-on to upgrade the normal one to the collector's edition for $9.99. So it was only marginally cheaper to get the collector's edition.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. So it's hard to say what time they'll drop it. Tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, the weird thing was, like, I was looking at, like, Best Buy and GameStop to just see how much it really was going to be. And none of them even listed it as, like, a coming soon kind of game.
Well, it probably is only going to be digital copies only, I would think. I don't know if there's going to be.
That's kind of what I was wondering. Maybe
I
that
don't
was
think
why they
there's-
didn't have it on their stores.
It's probably just going to be
Although
digital only.
GameStop sells digital cop games, so
Oh, oops. I ought to quit watching this and go watch my stream. Whoa, what's this guy doing?
yeah, it did not get nearly as cold today as. Whoa, we got tank mechanic simulator on police. Blah, 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 blah.
Spit it out, dude.
Motherfucker, I cannot talk today. I didn't
what?
see that.
So what were you trying to say now?
I said, okay, then that's why, because I looked under new this week, but Tank Mechanic Simulator.
Oh,
Now, yeah, there's another one that is Aircraft Mechanic Simulator.
Hello.
Huh?
what happens in 5 days? Oh,
Why is it not in your driveway now?
Because it's not his truck right yet.
Look.
That still doesn't tell me why it's not in your driveway. Is it broke? Is it in the shop? Is it not bought and paid for
You
yet?
don't own it yet.
Oh, okay.
It technically is not his truck yet.
Oh, well then. But, yeah. You get that, right? Why is it not in your driveway now? Oh, because I don't own it.
That's not bad. It's only $20 for that game too. God, I can't even imagine the kind of stuff you got to do with that one. Like, because like all the stuff you have to take apart on Car Mechanic, having to like remove a turret, you know.
You do have to remove a turret. I've watched
I
guys
know,
do that
but I
on
cannot-
PC.
oh, my Lord.
That's a crazy game. That Aircraft Mechanic, the Car Mechanic Simulator.
Well, see, I played Car Mechanic.
Yeah,
No, there's a truck one. I know that.
I could sort of.
No, I hadn't seen that one. Well, the main question is: are they in reality owned? Like, are they all by the same company? Because they could share similar names, but they may not necessarily be by the same company.
I'm back, but I'm gonna have my mic muted for a little bit.
okay. He doesn't want us to hear him snoring when he's sleeping.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Like
having my
last
dinner.
Oh, he don't want to hear. He don't want us to hear him chopping.
We didn't hear him snoring last night, but then we heard Benji barking, and then that woke him up. So then we heard him go, what?
I have noticed though that little cultivator I got, this got issues. When the tractor's on a hired worker, he'll turn around and then he'll pull way down the field and then he'll back up. But by the time he gets back to the end of the field, the cultivator's all jacked up, and then you get a curve at the end of the road that you still have to come back and fix after the worker's done with the field.
Is that storm one?
No, it's the case one that looks like that John Deere plow.
Oh.
That 10-meter John Deere plow, you know? It looks like that one. It's got a little crumbler basket that goes on the back of it and all that jazz. So I think I'm just gonna go with the one that I usually always go with, is that blue Knockerling all-rounder. Or Profiliner, whatever it's called. I've never had any issues with worker on that machine. I should just stayed with it. Plus it's 14.4 meter, I think. But I have to pull it with the quad track because it requires like 420 horsepower. It's a color, not a condition, chick.
I'd do that to my ex. She would say she'd do something and be like, wow, that really is your natural hair color. And then she'd punch me.
Somebody's tapping something. Damn.
Damn, dude, how many signs did you put down?
6
What
million.
map are you on? Jeez.
Trying to level everything to make one field.
Oh, and he went over 14 mil. He does a.
Oops, that's not where I wanted to go.
That's what the farm tax signs are for.
Yeah, I went back to No Man's Land again, trying to do something, see if I can survive this map again or not. Just cutting the logs up now and getting rid of them. You doing buying the truck privately, Big Dog, or? Oh, is it? Yeah. Well, high miles doesn't mean nothing as long as it's been taken care of. It's been taken care of and not the shit not driven out of it. And well, like it's like you stole it all the time.
Right. Driven without changing oil and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you have to remember, you have to remember that big dog. She's the one making the payments, is she?
Yeah.
So you better be careful.
I heard her say it's our truck.
Yeah.
We wouldn't say nothing
Yeah,
about Mama Bear.
well,
At least that she could hear her anyway.
We wouldn't say anything about it to her face.
Yeah. Or within earshot.
Yeah, when the engine blows, you can.
That was the stand.
When the engine blows, you can have fun running into a tree and to drop the transmission. Drop the axle. Well, me and a friend did that once. He blew a rod. It was pointless before he got cash for it. We went and pushed it went down a hill fast enough to hit a oak tree a couple times. Till something else got wrecked on it.
Oh no. There we go.
It's going to have knobs or buttons of some sort, a display.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, it may not have a display because it could
Well,
be
that's
burned out.
it might have like a dial. Like a series of numbers.
Yeah.
Ours came with a powered subwoofer built in.
I always remember the stereo of my first car where you had to line up the dial, get it right, and then you had to pull out the tab and then push it in as a preset for the radio.
It's probably got one of those the old style radios in it that's just got the needle, you just move it back and forth.
Yeah, that was how my first car was.
I still got one of those.
That's cool.
What's that?
Talking about some of the features of the next Forza Motorsports game.
Oh.
The weight of the fuel in the car will actually affect how the car goes. Like,
Handles.
Yeah, if you like load it down with fuel, you're gonna be a little slower until you've run gas out of it.
Yeah.
And they're putting in actual like different tire compounds in the game and stuff. Because the guy was like, this guy was saying like, if you were gonna just do like a hot lap, you put like a lap of fuel worth of gas in your car, make it as light as possible.
Yeah.
I stopped watching the live stream after they told what Forza Horizon cars were coming next month.
Okay.
Season pass of what? I don't think there is one for PC.
Yeah,
They must have added it. Because they used to not have anything like that. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to download it from Steam.
yeah.
Yeah, so to get the season pass, if Steam has a season pass, it's probably the same deal. You have to have the Steam version of the game.
Yeah.
I googled it, and I can't send DLC from Epic to Steam, or from Steam to Epic.
It's kind of weird that, I mean, I can see why it works that way, but it's weird that it's the same game.
Yeah.
Now, if he had the game on Steam, then yeah, I could gift him
Yeah.
DLCs on Steam, but
It's the product key that's the biggest
Yeah.
issue.
Oh, give me a break. Oh.
Yeah, probably.
yeah, I got mine on Steam for $25.
I wouldn't be shocked if you start seeing it coming on sale in a lot of places with the new game coming out.
I even bought a copy of it and sent it across the waves, across the pond.
I don't know why they don't let you do stuff like that for PlayStations. Gift games to people and stuff.
Yeah.
Do it on Xbox.
I know, you can do it on Xbox, but you can't do it on PlayStation.
Yeah. There's a guy in the Discord I was in that had been wanting the game for a while, but he couldn't afford it. And only like $25. So why not?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's just like the season pass on console, I'd assume.
Yeah. Yeah.
When did they introduce that for PC, I wonder? It wasn't available. It wasn't available when the game first came out. Until last year. So that was about the time the Epic whatever the Ultimate Edition or whatever it's called came out.
Yeah. Yeah.
When are you
If you
going
get the
back to
straw,
work?
if you get the Straw Harvest DLC, big dog, use that multi-cheat from Steam from ModHub.us, and you can raise that the machine that makes the straw
Pellets.
pellets. Yep. You can raise that capacity all the way up to 250,000 liters.
Probably hasn't changed it.
Majority of that stuff you can find on ModHub.
Yeah, the Kloss one's not really worth getting because you can get modded. Some of the other stuff, like the Anderson one, is open. And the Borgo, people were saying, all right, they were saying the Kloss one, you can find just about everything that's in the Kloss one.
Except for the
John Deere-
biggest combo. Except
The
for
John
that
Deere
big
Cotton
combo.
Pack you can find it as a separate mod.
That thing on PC. Some people said it's not worth getting the DLCs. Just you can find all that stuff now out there to get it, and then you have to pay for it.
Yep.
Well, what somebody went through and they did that, but it was stuff from like the Gaverlin and the Borgo packs were hard to find, and then the Anderson one. For some reason, they couldn't find modded versions of a lot of that equipment out there.
What big combine? I've got a the black one, the black combine. I've got that it's got holds 5 million liters.
Oh, I must have not sent this thing on its way when I took
Holds
the
5 million
trailer.
liters, goes 196 miles an hour, and holds 10,000 liters of fuel and 10,000 liters of depth.
Mm.
You know, what's really ridiculous is taking a normal header for your rice, for your sorghum, millet, rye, canola, oats, stuff like that, and you can harvest wheat and corn with it and turn it into chaff.
You want to know what's really weird? Is when you get a header that's about 100 meters wide.
You got it.
I've
But
had
it's
it.
invisible.
No, it's not invisible.
Oh.
What I had, you could see it expand out.
Oh,
And
yeah, I remember that
But
one.
you can adjust it. You could go anywhere from 30 to everything in between 100.
I had one that would go out to 100, but when it was in transport mode, it looked like a normal, like, tiny one. And then it would go like out.
Yeah.
I never could find it again. I somehow I got rid of it, and then I never could find it again. And the only one I could ever find was one that was an invisible line.
You probably would have to go to Papa Smurf to get it.
Well, that's not who I got it through the first time. Oh, it was there was a header. It was a big wide header. I really liked it because it was a visual one. I mean, you saw it go out to the biggest thing, and it like telescoped out. But then it collapsed on itself for transport.
Yeah.
And then I erased it and was trying to. I went to the site where I got it, and I never could find the same one. It was like a corn header. It was a normal corn header. It looked like a normal, like maybe 5-meter corn header, or something like that. I don't know, like a normal corn header. But then you hit a button, and it would just replicate itself and make it 100 meters wide.
Yeah, the one I had was a draper head for weed and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's what this was. This was just a normal. It just, like I said, it made multiple versions of it to make it 100 meters wide. That was just the way the animation worked. It looked like it just went doom, 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 and like shot out from the side, like a collapsible baton.
Oh.
Yeah, like a
Or
telescoping
car
thing. Like,
antenna
it just
or some shit like that.
right. It just shot out from the side of it, but you couldn't, Fuck, I don't remember, dude. This was like 2 years ago when I played with this thing. I can't remember what I did last week, so I'm not gonna remember. No, this one was 100.
I've got a John Deere one that goes.
I've seen no
100
TD use that 100-meter one.
But then I had a 100-meter one, but you couldn't see it. Just was a normal header. It was like DJ would use, where all of a sudden out, kind of like when we were on Eureka Farms, where shit would just disappear out beside you when you were using like the collector wagon, but it was a corn header, so.
Yeah, whenever I played Gold Rush on here, I put 39 hours, 40 hours into it on PC.
See, that's one game that I know my PC would never run. Everybody says the PC.
Yeah, mine, it won't run on my laptop, but
it's a power hog for PC.
I had it on my son's PC in that one. He was at West, and I played it then. But I've got it on Steam, but I put like 40 hours into the game on that one. But
I don't know. I'm still torn whether I want to get it or not.
So must be
I might not get it right away because I don't know. Maybe I'll get it for my birthday or something.
Yeah, because see, like on PC right now, they're up to season 14 on it on PC.
Oh, like expansions and stuff?
Yeah. Because season 14's it's ending soon or something, so they're...
What are they doing, like seasons, like the TV show has seasons?
I think that's how the console one will be too. It'll have the seasons in it probably also.
I bet, like SnowRunner has their seasons.
Yeah. So like right now, PC's at the end of their season 14. They're coming up with season 15 soon.
God, people are saying if things go like it normally do, we're gonna start seeing what the next stuff for SnowRunner, because they'll be hitting the public test server soon.
And then there's a thing too, well, because basically the season thing, I think it's more like a community thing.
Yeah.
Because like there's guys like showing here like on PC, like, there's guys that got like unlimited amounts of gold that they found, like it's all rated in the ounces and that. Like I can't even pronounce some of the numbers. There's so much. One guy's got like it's 35646.07 ounces of gold. So like about 35 million ounces, maybe. Is that what it is? Could be. Or 300 and probably 350. What 300 or 35? No, I don't. Whatever. It's a lot. I think Silly P was saying there is a community thing on there for.
There's a leaderboard.
Yeah, that
things where you're at as far as how much people have gotten.
Yeah.
Because at least on the PC version, the FSC and somebody else, they were doing a contest to see who could get the most in like a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Have you been on SnowRunner recently and looked at any of the mods?
No, not today.
We got one the other day called Bertha.
Okay.
It's a massive amphibious, it really freaking floats vehicle that you can park another truck into. Like, it has a loading ramp in the front of it.
Oh, really?
And it's got these massive tires. You can put 2 giant fuel tanks on the side of it, or other stuff. Like it's so big when you open it up in the garage, you can't see the top of it. All you see is tires.
Jeez.
But then the problem was, like, I was like, oh, I'm going to take it to a Mondra because that has a lot of water. You know, it's an ocean.
Yeah.
It's got a big frozen ocean. I had to climb over the frickin' wall to get it out of the main garage area because it wouldn't fit under the. It won't fit underneath the thing you drive your trucks through to get out of the garage. You had to find one of the fences and drive through the fence to get this thing out. Like, I opened it up in one of the other level in the test map. I couldn't get it out of the garage area in the test map. It spawned in the yard, but I could not drive it anywhere because I couldn't get it out. There were trees blocking it all around it. If you go on the test map, there's trees everywhere. So I couldn't get it anywhere. This thing is huge. It's gigantic, and it does float. I mean, I took it out, and it's got little. It's funny because when you're driving, it's got 2 propellers that you'll see spinning while you're driving it, and then
I'll be right back.
It's insane. Decided to play a little bit of, what is that, new park, the one I got the update today.
New Park Farms.
Yeah, it's messing around on it. It's like, yeah, I remember when it came out, something else came out right around the same time, and I didn't give it a whole lot of playthrough time. Pretty good map, I like it.
Yeah, it's kind of small. It's great for small equipment.
Well, it's got big fields.
Yeah, some of them are pretty decent.
Just about every one of them's huge. I'm not talking. No, I'm talking the American style, Newport or Northport, or whatever the hell this thing's called. Bridgeport. That's it. Oh, he's not live yet. Darn it. Yeah, FSC is doing American. What? This is Lancey's American map.
So, I guess the game is released at 2 in the afternoon tomorrow. They got a countdown on it, 17 hours. It'll be released.
Wow, that's a new one.
What's up?
These anti-vax groups are now spreading a conspiracy theory around the internet that vaccinated people are shedding vaccine onto non-vaccinated people. Like just standing next to a person that you're going to absorb some sort of thing that they're giving off of a vaccine, and it's making people sick.
Run that by me again.
Yeah.
They say vaccinated people are shedding vaccine onto non-vaccinated people, and it's making the non-vaccinated people sick. They're claiming that people who have been around vaccinated people, women have had problems with their menstrual stuff, other people have had stomach issues, heart issues by being around vaccinated people.
Oh, jeez.
It's called anxiety, bitch.
These people are off the deep end.
Well,
What was I don't know, there was another weird one I heard today.
they've had here in Canada. There's been 3 people who have died because of the vaccine already, and they just had one person in Ontario
Yeah, see,
that died.
they've
from
had
it.
people that they've claimed that at first they reported died from it here, but then when they actually did the test on them, like after they died, they found out that they died from something completely unrelated. This was
like
over in
an
England, like
Allergy
one
to
of
an ingredient of the vaccine.
right, you know,
People
it
hiding
wasn't,
that kind of
wasn't
shit
because,
from 'em.
yeah, I mean that can happen with anything, really. I mean, that's people who've gotten a flu vaccine with they don't know they're allergic to something in it.
Yeah.
Well, like my buddy's brother, apparently he had an allergic reaction to it. He didn't know. He said he took it, and I don't know if he broke out in hives or something or whatever. Something happened to him, and they told him, well, you apparently must have an allergic reaction to it. They told him not to get his second one. No, the other one was something. Shit, now I can't remember. It was completely weird. But that was, I mean, I had something had been said about that before too, because there was a school in Florida. It was a church school, and they told their teachers that if any of the teachers went and got vaccinated, they'd be fired because they didn't want vaccinated people around the children.
Wow.
Well, and then there was some of the people they were saying were dying were some of the first people who got the vaccine. But like the one guy that I think was one of the first people in England, over here in Europe, that got it, he just died. But he was 89 years old. And someone said they're like, if you saw him, you would realize he was not in the best of shape when he got the vaccine.
Yeah. And there's like a 2% chance that you're going to get the virus through the vaccine. Because they're not all.
Nah,
it doesn't
I think
guarantee.
that's the Johnson's. I think that's the
Yeah.
Johnson's one. The other one, because the Johnsons used an active vaccine culture, the other two
Oh.
didn't.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
because
thought they
it's
was
the
all
way the other
using
two.
that.
No, the way the other two were made, they don't contain like an active thing in it. So they said that there's a small percentage of people from the Johnson's one, but the other one, it's the Pfizer and the other one. They said there's no way you could actually catch the disease from the vaccine. It's a totally different kind of vaccine. It's some new process they came up with how they can make vaccines faster. That's the other thing people don't understand about. They hear how quickly they came up with it. They don't realize that they've been working on this new method of making them for years to make them quicker to respond to stuff like this faster. Instead of taking years and years and years to make one, they've come up with these new processes. Just like everything else, technology advances, you know.
But we've had like people have talked about it, though, saying that they can come up with a vaccine for something within a year, but they can't come up with anything to cure anything else. They can't cure cancer.
Yeah,
they can't do anything
yeah.
else.
Well,
so how do they
that's
come
the
up
thing.
with
It's like,
something?
why? Yeah. How did you guys come up?
Right.
Yeah,
With
then
something like
there's-
that, and they can't cure the common cold.
Well, then, of
Like-
course, that brings up the conspiracy, because now there's that whole thing out there that it was a man-made thing that escaped a lab. So then there's another group of people who are saying that's how they came up with the vaccine so quickly, because they already knew it existed. And, you know, there's always stuff out there. There was some cop, they were talking about that shooting in California yesterday, and he was saying that in a weird way, they made it. The headline said something about him blaming vaccines for the rise of mass shootings. But when you hear his statement, you realize what he was saying was that because of the vaccine and people being out more now because everything's opening up, now we're seeing more active, of these mass shootings. Which I said, well, that makes sense. It's not because of the vaccine; it's because there's more people out now. But I guess in a weird, twisted way, you could look at it and say, I guess we're out more because of the vaccine. But I read the headline and I thought, what? I thought it was going to be like the dude was going to say people who got the vaccine were driven nuts and decided to go shoot people or something. And I guess it was a slow news day for this one. I was watching this one thing, and they were bringing up one of these weird news channels, and it said it must have been a slow news day for them because they were pissed off about a new cereal coming out this month that Kellogg's is bringing out. It's a Pride Month cereal, and it's called Togetherness or something like that. And it's got all of their characters on the box, and it's little heart-shaped cereal pieces that are all different colors, and it's supposed to promote togetherness. And this one dude had an issue about it. I'm like, well, then don't buy the cereal. Like, what the fuck is your problem?
Yeah.
Dude, you guys have got to find this YouTube channel called Hood Nature. That's fucking great. This black kid's got all kinds of weird shit about animals.
About what?
Animals.
Animals.
Yeah, he's from some weird, I don't know, I guess it's a suburb of some type. But he's, I guess, going to school to be a marine biologist or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes he'll come out with videos, interesting facts about animals or horrifying facts about animals. It's fucking great. He calls sharks murder guppies.
I don't know. You'll watch one goofy video on your YouTube feed, and then all of a sudden you start getting all these other ones. Like, I watched one. I was watching a video, and it just went to the next video, and it turned out to be a TikTok compilation video. So now I get a bunch of TikTok compilation videos on my suggested
Recommended,
stuff.
yeah.
Right. And there's one where it's this black dude. He's got a TikTok, and he if you ever seen him on I guess TikTok does these things like called life hacks, but usually they're more complicated than just doing something like someone said it was a life hack. Yeah, it was like a life hack for peeling a banana, and the person cuts the end off the banana, takes the banana, puts it on the ground, slices down one side with a knife, slices another, basically slices all four sides, wasting a whole bunch of banana. It makes basically a square banana. This dude he straight face looks at the camera right after you see the TikTok thing, and then like on the banana one, he picked up a banana, looked at it, peel, and then held the banana out to the camera. And then, so there was another one where they took a glass. It was just this normal glass, and they put zip ties around it, and they made a handle out of the zip tie, and poured a Coke into it. So he looks at it, takes a bottle of water, puts it in the glass. He makes his hand into a cup thing and just goes like thump onto the glass, like you can hold it just like this, you know. And it's because the look on his face, because he just deadpan stares at no emotion in his, he doesn't laugh, he doesn't do nothing, he just stares at the camera with a straight face and
Like,
you know,
why in the
shows
fuck
you,
would you do it like
why
that?
are you
if you
why are
can do
you
it
doing
like
it this way when you can do it like how every other human being does it?
Yeah, with that half.
I was like
brain in their
loving
head
them. I'm
anyway.
like, oh my god, those are great. Well, so the one thing they always have in common, they usually have some chick in like a bikini, and then if you click on the video, and that picture's never in the compilation anywhere. Like,
That's just to get you to click on the video.
yeah, and then if you watch enough of them, you start to notice that they start playing the same clips, because I've seen the same clip of midgets doing track and field about 6 times.
Oh my god. Midgets in track and field.
Midgets,
I bet that's
yeah.
hilarious.
Well, the video is, it's they're doing javelin tossing, and you see them. They walk up and they toss the javelin. Then it cuts to a person sitting there, and he's being hit in the face with toothpicks.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that one.
Another one was they were doing the shot put, and then a guy had like a sugar cube or something fall into a cup of coffee. Oh, and then there's a video where a guy, he runs the end of a dock and he goes to like jump into the water, but then they cut to a person like catching something in a basket or a pot or something like that.
Yeah, they showed another one. The same guy, somebody was trying to take a Coke bottle and get it through the rails of a deck. They couldn't figure it out, so they got it out, and then it ended up emptying the Coke bottle, and then I was like, no, just bring it through and then open it up and drink it.
Oh, where they were trying to pass it through after it was opened? Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
So he just passed it through before he opened it.
Yeah.
They were I was watching this other video where they were talking about that, and they was like, these life hacks makes things more complicated.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it was Mr. Beast. I think he made a reaction channel, and he was reacting to TikTok life hacks, and it's like, what?
Ain't that the dude that did a video series one time where he donated like 10 or 20 grand to people on Twitch that only had like 1 or 2 viewers or some shit like that?
Oh, he does it all the time. He'll do that. He'll donate 10,000, 5,000. He'll to Twitch streamers. There was one video where he just went out and gave like a homeless person $100,000. He makes a bunch of money on YouTube, but he doesn't live like crazy wild like some YouTubers do, because basically he gives all his money back like away. Yeah. Like most of the money he gets, from what I understand, I think he's got like maybe one fancy car and a pretty nice house, but he doesn't go crazy. I mean, he goes crazy with his stunts, but yeah, like he's just down to earth. But you know, he gives he went to one place where he bought out every item in several different stores. He went to a GameStop, a Play It Again Sports, a clothing store, and a grocery store. And the let's see, the GameStop, he gave all the gifts to a like community center for underprivileged children for Christmas. Donated all the food from the grocery store to a food bank. And he didn't end up buying everything in the grocery store because he said, well, you know, that was going to take way too long, and they needed to leave some food for other people.
Yeah.
But when he was doing the grocery store one, as shoppers were coming in, he was buying their groceries for them. He'd give them a cart and go get whatever you want. The clothing store, he donated all the jackets to a charity. They were all these big, nice, expensive, heavy winter jackets. The sporting goods store, he called local schools and had the coaches come in there and pick out whatever they needed for their kids, for their programs. He has opened up his own food pantries. I think he says he's got like 3 of them or something like that.
I've seen a video on that.
Yeah, and he's got like a guy that was in one of his first videos that was like I could do that was down on his luck, and he gave him a ton of money. So now the guy like helps him out and stuff, and now that guy runs one of his pantries for him.
That'd be cool.
There was one where he would he was an Uber driver, and he'd go pick people up, and then at the end of it, when he'd drop them off, he'd give them the car.
Yeah.
And then like the last one he did was a Lamborghini. So like he picked him up as an Uber in a Lamborghini and then gave him the Lamborghini.
Seen a Lamborghini. I seen the passed a Lamborghini on the road today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It must have been parked, was it?
Nope. Somebody was driving it the other way.
Oh, okay.
Me and my mom were out the other day, and it was, you know, one of these nice days that we've had recently, and we're driving along, and Chevelle, Camaro, Corvette, GTO, El Camino. I'm like, what the fuck? 2 GTO judges, a bright orange one and a like a turquoise blue one. A 60. I think it was I thought the one was the GTO, but it turned out it was a Le Mans. As it passed me, I noticed it had 4 doors, so I was like, oh, nope, that's a Le Mans. Yeah, and then like a Chevelle, Corvette. I was like, I don't know, they're either going to a show or they're coming from a show, but I'd like to follow. I was like, it's getting to that time of year.
Yeah.
The hot rods have come out to play.
Yeah.
Here you generally see mostly all classic cars on that.
I think classic car went down the road a couple weeks ago.
That's all we got. The
Well, when you say classic, what do you mean? Like you mean
well,
like from
muscle,
the 50s? And
muscle.
40s?
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's
muscle
what these were. These were all muscle cars.
Oh, were they? Okay.
Yeah, we're talking like 69 Corvette,
Yeah.
69
Okay.
Camaro, 70 Chevelle, 69 GTO, 66 GTO. Well, the Le Mans was like a 60, 67, 68, something like that.
Yeah, 1940s pickup truck go down the road the other day.
Yeah, I saw a guy in an old Cadillac, an old 40s Cadillac, go down the road yesterday.
My nephew, he had a what was it? A 1939 Dodge Fargo pickup truck.
Yeah,
Having one of them old power wagons.
there's a guy that always shows up at the Dream Cruise that has a Fargo, and like I actually knew what it was because I had read up, I had seen them somewhere before where they said it was in Canada that they called them the Fargo. They were those front, like the slab fronts where they didn't have a hood, the engine was underneath, kind of looked like a van
Cab
with
over.
a pickup body on it.
It's called a cab over.
Yeah, in America they were, cab over pickup, I guess is what you'd call it. America it was an F100 or D100 for Dodge,
Yeah.
but they called it the Fargo. Yeah. It was funny we were talking about because my friend was standing next to me. He goes, "What the hell's a Fargo?" I said, "It's a Dodge." And the guy
It's
goes,
a
"Yeah,
town in South Dakota.
yeah, it was a town." Well, I knew it because it was like I said. I read it in like a history of Dodge truck book I had read or something like that.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I pulled up next to this dude yesterday. He was in. Now I think it was probably from the like 70s, but it was a Cadillac. I think it was a Coupe de Ville, but it was not a Coupe de Ville. It was a convertible. Might have been an Eldorado, but it was a huge blue, like candy blue paint job, bright white interior. This brother was hanging back driving this car. Oh my God! It had the big white wall tires on it. Wire wheels. He didn't have like huge, crazy dub wheels on it. It was like the kind of wheels that would come on it. This was the sharpest looking car. I mean, he was just cruising with the top down. I pulled up next to him with the light. I looked over, gave him a thumbs up, and he gave me a thumbs up.
We got a guy here in town that owns the local sanitation place called Flower Sanitation.
Yeah.
His name's Roger. He's owned this business since he was in like his 20s, okay? And he's fixing to retire. He's like 68 now. But for the past 5 years, he spent, I don't know, maybe $100,000 on doing 2 replicas of movie vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
One of them's from a cartoon at the Mystery Machine, the Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine. He's got that. He's got that van painted out. The rims look like the same ones from the cartoon. The whole 9 yards, dude. I mean, it's a beautiful van. And then he's got the not the Mystery Machine, but the Ghostbusters hearse.
Ecto 1.
Ecto. Yeah, I could not remember the name of that freaking thing. Well, that was on the license plate, wasn't it?
It's not a hearse. It's an ambulance.
I thought it was a hearse.
No, and well, if you're talking from the original Ghostbusters, it was actually an ambulance.
Huh.
It's basically.
Well, either way, from that era, they both look pretty much the same anyway.
Yeah, in the
50s
remake they made
did.
with the girls, they used a hearse.
Mm. Yeah, but anyway, he's
just sent you a picture of what he had. His wasn't the like a snub nose; it was a long nose. Dodge 1939 Dodge
okay,
Fargo.
I didn't know they made.
Yeah.
All the ones I'd ever seen were. Maybe they just called Dodge Fargos over there.
Yeah, I just
Maybe
sent you
that was what it
a
was.
thing on Messenger.
Okay.
Hey, Beck.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's what it was. Maybe they just referred to a Dodge as a Fargo. Because this thing, like you said, it was the snub-nosed, like those kind of trucks, but it just said Fargo on the front instead of where like an American one would say Dodge on it.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was that particular model truck. Maybe I just. Because I mean, I know they did different stuff like back in the day, like I know like the minivans, because over in Canada you had to have daytime running lights before we needed them here in America.
Yeah.
So you could tell if your car was from Canada or not, because some people would have like cars that were bought in Canada but sold over in America, and they'd have running lights on them and they didn't know why. Oh well, that was made in Canada and brought over here for sale for some reason.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool looking old truck, though.
Yeah, it was a nice one. It had Armstrong steering in it, and I think it was a 3-speed on it. But then he worked on it, but he eventually sold it. He didn't keep it.
Yeah. Well, dude down the street from us, he used to have he doesn't live there anymore, but he owned a pinball repair business. And he had an old hearse. It was like a 70s Cadillac hearse with flames painted on it. And that was his, and he put the name of his business on the back of it, and he used to use that. They said he used to deliver pinball machines to people in that thing.
I remember it.
But you'd see him driving up and down the street. I always
Here
wondered,
you go. I got a picture for you.
I always wanted to go in Hell, Michigan around Halloween. They do a hearse car show and parade, and they said it brings models, you know, all different kinds, like normal, like restored ones, hot rodded out ones. I just thought, I was like, man, that'd be kind of cool to go see. That'd be definitely a different kind of car show to go and look at. Oh, that log trailer's not bad looking.
Oh, that's a new log trailer we got?
Yeah, that looks.
Yeah.
If you put it on a bigger truck, it might actually.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't look that out of place on the little trucks. I can imagine it'd look pretty good on a big truck. I think some of the mods we got are a little underrated today. Like, I like the trailers, the Red Rock ones. They just look nice, even though they only hold like 14,000 liters. But they look nice. They're cheap for if you're starting a farm, you know, for a small tractor to pull around. I like the slurry tank because you can hook up different attachments to it and make it work. Or you just haul slurry in it, because I like it because it has those giant tires on it too.
Yeah,
and then
those
that
big
trailer.
giant loaders.
I like the trailer. I don't know. It looks like it sits a little high in the back though. I don't know if that was just the truck I put it on, or.
I know you went out.
But that holds up. I like the fact that it doesn't tip. You know, like
Yeah.
you could use it on a map where if you used a normal tipper, that wouldn't work well.
Modders need to get a thing for scale.
Well, I think it's just to me it looks like the axles are set too high.
Yeah.
Or something, like the box compared to where the axles are, just because it looks like it angles to the front when you put it on a truck. And you can't change the tires, so you're stuck with the like Trelleborg agricultural looking tires on it. You can't put like normal street tires on it.
Yeah, Big Dog said it didn't look good on the Phoenix, or he didn't like the look of it on the Phoenix.
It looked weird on the TLX. I think it might work better on one
Like
of
a
the
man.
more like the man. Well, yeah, I don't know. I was gonna put. Well, that's what I was. Yeah, it didn't look right on the 9000 with the street tires, but I did think if you put the ag tires on it, it probably would look better. 'Cause I saw it on the man truck, and the angle toward the nose was really prevalent on the man truck when I saw someone using it. I think it was Sealy P was using it in his video, and you really could tell. The 9000 it didn't look that bad on, just because that truck is bigger. I think maybe if the ag tires were on the truck, it might have given it a little extra height to the truck too. Yeah.
It will connect to the Lizard Boogeyman dolly. So you
Yeah,
can
but
use I know there's no hitch on the back, but you can put the Lizard Boogeyman dolly on the front of it, and then put the Lizard Underbelly, and then hook it up to the Lizard Underbelly trailer.
Oh, if you really want
that way.
Yeah.
But that trailer's got to be on the back.
Right. Probably didn't put a trailer hitch on the back of it just because of the way it's since it's a dump, like it dumps, how it's a conveyor
Wide
thing.
bottom.
Yeah, it wouldn't have. I was messing around with the slurry tanker, right? Because there's an adapter plate you can put on the back of it to actually make it so it can spray that I have, and then I put one of those cultivator attachment things on it.
Well, I can tell you one thing. The one wheel on the driver's side that trailer does not spin. The rear one.
Is it raised though?
Oh,
Because
I noticed that too,
I know there's a twin trailer that I've had where the wheels, the dollies will be up until you get a certain weight in, then they'll drop down.
yeah, I
And
know.
then once it gets below that or empty that weight, the wheels will lift back up automatically.
I noticed that on the truck. It was one of the rearmost set of axles didn't look like they were spinning until I hit like grass or something that actually hit them, and then once they started spinning, they would spin. But that it's totally because of like how I said how it tips toward the rig. I had a low loader that did that. That when I hooked it up to like a pickup truck, the tractor, the hitch was higher, so the front axle didn't touch the ground. If you wanted to role play, like you were cutting trees down with a chainsaw or something, hook that to like a pickup, yeah,
That's what I'm doing.
or a tractor. I mean, you can put it on a small tractor too. Or that F350 we got, that would look good on that one too. I guess the crew cab version was being delayed because the guys lost the work they were doing on it. Yeah, they like lost a thumb drive or something with their work on it. That's the way it sounded on DJ's Farm Sim News yesterday. It was something about that, like something happened where they lost, like I said, they lost all the information they were doing on the 350 crew cab version, and something else that group was working on too. I can't remember what that was.
Okay, what's a yellow and a red band on a tree mean?
That's your border for your property.
Yeah.
Because I got them on all my trees here for my different sections of property. Each one of the ones.
I think some places they do purple too.
Mm-hmm.
Like purple one's supposed to purple indicates like do not trespass.
What map are you on, Charles?
Crater Lake.
Oh, you're waiting for me to start up my multiplayer part of this, ain't you?
No.
Hmm.
I'm just checking the map. This is the map I haven't really actually looked at yet. One of them.
It's not bad. I mean, it's not super fancy or anything like that, but the sale points are pretty detailed. The beach is pretty detailed. You know, it looks nice. You can make a pretty decent farm on the map, I guess. I've managed to do a little bit so far.
Alright, so take a look at this map here. PDA. See what that shows.
I may have to restart this stream and see.
Okay.
I know they were putting extra crops in there, right?
Okay.
On American Life of Farming, he's got some new crops on it, like extra crops. I thought I heard sorghum, alfalfa. The map looks crazy. Oh my god, the PDA for it, Jesus.
Alright, the rear wheels aren't spinning empty with the pickup. I tested on another map behind the tractor. All four wheels were spinning. Yeah.
Yeah, it probably depends on the truck.
It is.
Damn, I got a lot. Oh, no, shit.
It's being pulled by a pickup truck.
The hell you want to do that for? You trying to kill the pickup?
And they gave it to me. I started from scratch. They gave me a pickup.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
that
looks
little rodeo or
awesome.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it's, they've obviously got the trailer seems to be too high in the back end or something.
No, it's the truck. It's too. It's
No.
too.
Oh, he's
I'm
doing
talking-
the log trailer. We're talking about
The
the
trailer
we're
is
talking about the
actually
trailers.
supposed to be pulled by a tractor.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about that new dump trailer we got.
Oh.
I'm looking at. I've got it on the Phoenix right now, and it's the trailer does sit low on it. The back, like it's like they got the trailer in the back end. They have too much air in the axles, basically.
Well, yeah, that modded dump bed one we had has the same issue because it had the turn axle in it.
Mhm.
The one where the whole thing would turn. It suffers from the same problem. It looks a little wonky.
Yeah.
And I just thought maybe that was I kind of attribute it to maybe because they had the turning axles on it.
No, this thing it's like
because the rear wheels turn on that new trailer. But yeah, it's like like you said, like the axles or something are jacked up too high.
yeah.
I mean, it's not enough to make it totally it just looks a little weird. You can get
Yeah,
over that.
Yeah, it is higher in the back end.
Which 120,000 liters, yeah, I can get over it. If I want one with more realism, I'll use that other dump trailer we got or something.
Yeah. I was thinking if I was really going to use that new one that come out today, it'd probably just be for like filling my silo full of animal food, like pig food and something like that.
Well, I'd use it on a mapper if I was doing, if I just didn't give a shit what I was using.
Well, yeah, that too maybe.
A map with big fields, like if I was using a map with giant fields or something.
Although, you guys said you can't change the wheel option on it. All you get's the
No.
aggro tires.
Yeah, you just use
Yeah.
those Trailer Barg aggro tires on it, which, if you use a rig that can put those tires on it, then that's not that big a deal.
Made no difference to it.
Man. Oh, Jesus.
I don't get a tractor.
Oh, that's neat. I guess he's in the main shop as a map, and it's got like a platform with a platform that looks like it can lift a vehicle up, like to a balcony area.
I guess have a good night.
Alright,
Yeah.
man, later.
You too.
Has anyone tried those new wheel chocks we got? The wheel locks?
Yes, I have, and they
Oh, I
are
haven't had a
freaking
chance.
awesome.
Are they?
Yes, they'll hold a quad track, the big 9 RX from John Deere. They'll hold a Big Bud. And you could put them between the tires on the Big Bud to help hold it on the trailer. I flipped the 3-axle step deck, the one you can use as a nurse trailer. You know, the one with the big tanks and stuff on it too.
Yeah.
I flipped that with the Volvo loader we got from NMC. And I had them wheel chocks and stuff on it and a couple of bars on the top to help hold it down. That thing didn't even move. Yeah, it works along the same lines.
Yeah, but it
Just
seems like it works a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps the vehicle from twisting on the trailer. Those other ones will allow it to twist and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, these new ones, they don't allow it to twist at all. Once it hits them fucking bumps, dude, it's done moving.
Well, yeah, because you can just put them around the wheel, but if you just had them around the wheel, it keeps them from sliding off the trailer and going back and forth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're,
But if you flipped it, it would still fall off unless you had one of the bars on the
On
top.
the top.
yeah.
Yeah.
check them out.
And I like how you got 3 different sizes for the bars too.
Yeah.
Although, be careful when you're picking them up and moving them around by hand. Don't try to speed walk with it, because if you do, and you end up throwing it or dropping it or doing that whole ride it like a witch broom kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
When it drops, it might fall through the map. I had that happen on this.
It's like the gold bars in Spectacle Island.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I had one of them fall through the map, and I couldn't get it. I was like, what the hell? But to be fair, it was somewhere where I had raised the land with the landscaping tool and stuff like that. So I don't know if that would affect it or not, but yeah, that's how it happened.
It kind of makes more for a little bit of realism when you are moving equipment that can't be strapped and you use those, because now you can.
They're a little out of
anything
scale,
down.
but I mean, they still work. I'll tell you what, I'm more happy with those wheel chocks than I am with that fucking Welker's map from Mapper's Paradise. As far as I'm concerned, those guys can take a flying leap off a rolling donut, and I wouldn't care. I hate it when, I'm sorry, but most of the modders, when they come out with their shit and something's broken, they do their absolute best to get it fixed. Okay. 3 times they did an update for Welker's. All 3 times they missed the wood chip trigger. They redid all that crap back there by the sawmill, but they didn't even touch the trigger. That was, I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe I'm not supposed to get it. I was very safe. I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning, started getting ready for work. Took the dogs out the back door. Come around the side of the house. And had a big old freaking tree limb going through one of my other bedroom windows.
Jeez.
Yeah, the one that I just mainly use for storage. It's got all my dad's stuff in it, like his bed and his dresser and stuff like that. I'm fixing to get rid of all that stuff. He's never getting out of that nursing home, and he knows it. But I was nice. I said I'd keep it for a couple years, just in case. He's been in there for almost 3 years now, so. Get to go see him again this weekend, though. The nursing home finally got us an appointment set up. Till I get my vaccination, I still gotta do the whole behind the curtain thing, you know, the plastic curtain.
Yeah.
But at least I get to go see him, you know. I ain't got to see him in almost a year. And this will be the 2nd time in 3 months. They quit doing it because somebody else, one of the other workers, got a freaking another positive test.
No, apparently now there's because in our state they just ask, like, because they said if you're vaccinated you can go into a store now without a mask on and stuff.
Yeah.
But the only thing that the business can do is say, ask the person, are you vaccinated?
Yeah.
They say, well, now the new thing is people, yeah, well, in Michigan apparently they're not requiring them to show anything or anything like that. But apparently now the new thing is that people are going, I identify as vaccinated even though they're not vaccinated. Yeah, they're saying I identify as vaccinated. Kind of like how people say they identify as a certain sex or something. They were like, oh yeah, everybody's like, well, that's kind of funny how they're wording that.
Yeah. My fists identify as pillows. Want to have a pillow fight?
Well, I know several, but I know the business my friend works for. They said they're still going to require people to wear them because not all their employees have had a chance to get it, and they said even then they probably will still require it. And the only good thing is that most of their customers are cool with it. So
Yeah. Personally, I think if everybody started worrying about themselves and less about what everybody else is doing, we'd be okay.
well, yeah.
But the human race. I think that's why I'm such an introvert, and the only people I talk to is online through a microphone.
Well, that, and if people would start looking at stuff in the mindset of what would be good for more people than just, me, that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't understand why people thought they were being so oppressed by a thin piece of cloth over their mouth.
What are you sending pictures of, Big Dog?
There's No Man's Land Farm.
Oh. Why don't you start a live stream and do a live view of it? He's probably yelling at me. Oh. I was about ready to say he's probably yelling at me through a muted mic. Yep. Let me check these out here. Oh my goodness.
Farming too?
Hmm.
Well, maybe he's friends with Lancy somehow. Yeah, but that does, I mean, like I said, it don't matter if he knows Lancy somehow.
It's like Mr. Sheely P and Alien Jim. Those two are like best friends. Mr. Sheely P will get anything Alien Jim does before anybody else.
Oh, yeah.
I do like Alien Gems maps, so I don't know. There's just something about what he does with the triggers and the way he makes them look and act. I don't know. I just really like his stuff. Sussex Farm was the shit when it first came out. I liked it. The fuel missions, the gold missions, stuff like that.
God, you could.
Eva Kasuchi? Hello. I hope I got that right.
Huh?
Casucci, Kasuchi? Is that how you guys were pronounce it?
I don't even know what you're looking at. What you looking at?
My chat bar, I don't know, somebody, I guess it's Eva, EVA, and then Kasuchi, Casucci. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it, Kasuchi.
Eva's got a cahoochie.
Yeah.
That's good.
Is this one of those gamer
And
profiles
they're
that has
gone.
like 200 friends and no trophies at all for games? It
No
shows no
life.
games played. Shows no games played on there.
I hate those requests.
I got a message today on Xbox. I went over there and was messing around, and it said, "Oh, hey, I really enjoyed our game we played the other day. If you want to check out my such and such, this site," I'm like, "What?" A what?
A bell licker? A bell licker.
Oh, that was their name? Oh,
Must have been British.
I thought that was like some fetish or something. I'm like, what the hell is a bell? It's a new one I've never heard of.
Hey, if any of you guys ever go over to England and somebody calls
No.
you a bell end, punch them in the face. They just called you because they just called you a dickhead in British slang.
That's about saying somebody's a doonko.
Who's what's it now?
The hula? The fuck's a duco?
That's what I thought he said.
doonko.
Dunkopf is like idiot or something in German.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In German language,
Yeah.
German slang there.
Oh.
The funny thing about it is, if you take a look at the German language, the Swedish language, Norwegian language, and the Irish language, it's really close.
Yeah.
Oh, big dog's thinking.
Uh-oh. Huh?
I don't like
Huh?
surprises, dude. Did you not just hear me say I'm an introvert?
He's inverted.
I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Oh, your
I'm
racetrack
used to
on
those.
No Man's Land?
Alright,
Is it?
are you gonna jump
That
off,
same
guys?
game
I
file?
will catch you all later.
I'm not
Alright.
later.
Yeah, later.
Yeah.
He's staring at the door. Well,
Your old lady doing all her at-home sale things. Is that what I'm hearing in the background? I remember I used to have to sit through those conversations when my ex-wife did Mary Kay.
oh lordy.
Yeah. Ugh. we had a double wide trailer, right, with 2x6 walls, and the master bedroom had a his and her walk-in closet, and she took both of them, knocked the center wall out, and used that for her office for her Mary Kay. And I don't remember how many shelves I put up in that fucking room, and storage racks for all the makeup she had for that freaking company. But Jesus criminy. No, she didn't, but she did manage to get the sticker and the license plate, the special license plate with the pink ribbon or whatever.
Oh, I didn't know about that. I just had always heard about that if they sold so much.
Yeah, you gotta.
It used to be a pink Cadillac. Now I think it's whatever you want.
Yeah, well, I think there's a cap on the MSRP, but other than that,
yeah. But like, it used to specifically be a Cadillac.
Mm-hmm. That was the weirdest fucking thing I ever seen. Yeah. Are you getting pictures of the new ones yet? Because I haven't got nothing pop up. Okay. You're taking them now? Alright. Oh, no, I did not hear.
Alfalfa, rye, sorghum, and rice. Those are the extras on the new map.
Two and 7/8 fields to go. And then I'll be ready to turn on precision farming and do my freaking soil samples this weekend. Ugh.
To be fair, that's my first words to a lot of stuff that I see.
Right. Or WTAF.
So it's a picture of a lady smiling, and it's, you know how like you kind of put a fake smile on it. It says, when a 6-year-old is telling you a story. She's a manager at a comic shop, and they got a Fortnite comic that came out, and it has codes to unlock skins for your characters in the game. So now she's got all these people coming in that would never buy comics before, wanting the Fortnite comics because they're Fortnite players. And they had no idea how popular it would be, and they didn't order that many of the books.
I got a race idea for that figure 8 track you got there, big dog. F350s with the toy haulers and TLX with the camp-it trailers for racing.
I don't know what he's up to.
We got so many vehicles now that you could do.
I just put him out and left him back in.
Yeah.
Use those new trikes we got. The Vespa scooters, and like all these crazy bugs. Let's race some bugs on it. Oh man.
Still.
I haven't got nothing yet.
Yeah, I already looked at it.
Or maybe I missed it. Hold on a minute. Give me a second to get turned around here. There we go.
Now, what's the square what's supposed to represent?
How'd you manage that? It went up a ways, huh?
Alright. Does it drift seriously? Yeah. Or if you're standing still, you think you're standing still and you're drifting? Crawl out of the vehicle and see if you drift while on foot.
What was I doing? Oh yeah.
God, I wonder what the slot count's gonna be like on this one.
Which one?
On this new American Rifle Farming. I mean, I
Probably
guess
going to be
if
upwards of about six.
if it's
on the
anywhere,
low
I mean, even if it's similar to Stone Valley, that's not that bad. Yeah, you just couldn't go crazy with stuff. I mean, you couldn't use like 6 different models. You could have a bunch of tractors, but if you'd want to use the same model. Something's coming through.
Yeah, I've had about 3 notifications so far. Yeah, I'm busy
So they got the notification.
driving through the forest at the moment, man. I can't really look.
There you go.
Yeah, but are they smooth? Banks are cool and everything as long as you can stay on them. Well,
I mean, it seemed like it. Yeah, it seemed like it was just you and me on there. It didn't seem it was that bad. It was just when I don't know. We also had a. You had a bunch of stuff on there that we weren't using too. So. Are you saying like you'll say, okay, we're going to race this type of vehicle, and then you have to go in and buy your own? Okay, I was going to say, because you can't just say, oh, we're going to do a race and everybody's going to turn up with like a million different kind of vehicles. Oh, okay.
Well, I'm going with the F-350 because it's the fastest one. By 10 miles an hour.
Right, and we just go in and paint it and do
Like
whatever
a
we want.
manufacturer race. Cool. I'm telling you, that figure 8 track would be awesome with pickup trucks with like camper trailers or even the little car trailers with something you can strap down to it. Yeah, that would be awesome. You ever seen those on TV? Man, that's some destructive shit. Yeah. I noticed on your, I guess that's supposed to be an oval, right? Big Dog 500. Yeah. You should flatten out them straights. Well, the straightaways usually are, even on Talladega, and they got the highest bank in the circuit. Yeah, it does. For NASCAR, Talladega's 36. Daytona's only 32.
Okay.
Nope. Talladega. It is still classed as a super speedway, just like Talladega.
Talladega's a tri-oval though, isn't it?
Yeah, so's Daytona.
I thought Daytona was an actual oval.
Nope. Daytona and Talladega. Let's see which one. Richmond Uh, Pocono's considered a tri-oval.
Mm. I've
There's
seen
a
the
couple
outside.
others too.
I've been to the outside of Daytona. I've seen the outside of the parking lot and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to Florida. Visited my grandparents one year. They had a timeshare condo kind of deal in Daytona Beach, not far from the Speedway.
Sharp turn. Dolly brakes take forever to come on. Oh, also, I did find a piece of equipment that clashes with some of the things I'm using at the moment, so I can't put it in until I get rid of the one DLC that I somehow have activated. I apparently forgot to turn it off. That Straw Harvest DLC, I forgot to deactivate it because I got the Alpine on there because it's got one of the smaller tethers that I want to use.
That thing's still interfering with that?
No, it's well, yeah, they still interfere with each other as far as their
They were
buildings are
supposed to have
concerned.
fixed it.
Yeah, but that big Tiger Mate cultivator we got here the other day, you can't have those two DLCs and that piece of equipment all at the same time. Because as soon as I hooked up to that Tiger Mate with a tractor, it crashed. I got rid of the Tiger Mate, I ain't had a problem. And I got Alpine and Straw Harvest active on what I'm doing right now. So, I mean, yeah, between the two, they probably fixed that part, but there's something else that's clashing. Oh, I was going after that fucking livestock line. No, I wasn't. What the hell was that going after? I don't know, apparently it wasn't important. Oh, the gooseneck. No, that'll be alright, whatever it's at. still think there ought to be a collision on the wall of these sheds or the end of the PTO or 3-point hookup on the back of these tractors. Put through the wall, it's crazy. That's all that. Well,